They're scrap metal, and they don't even know it.
It's some sort of hostile program, specifically for destroying androids.
I belong to them. There's nothing I can do about it.
Jay Underwood and Alan Thicke are back for more adventure as the Disney Channel continues to bring you original films you can't find anywhere else. An all-new Disney Channel premiere film, Not Quite Human 2, tonight.
Beware. Everyone's a potential victim for frightening Halloween fun on the Disney Channel. The horror starts creeping up in the morning and continues to attack into the wee witching hours of the night.
Their troubles will now commence.
Wake up with a howl with Judd Hirsch.
Good evening.
And Marriott Hartley in the Halloween that almost wasn't. Then watch the Grey Grumps growl and the Hutton Crack shout when the Grinch fouls because Halloween is Grinch night. Then it's a wicked mix-up of Halloween hoodlums in Which Witch is Which. And it's the classic spook story with the enchanting charm of Jeff Goldblum. Classics illustrated the legend of Sleepy Hollow. Then a garish ghoulie hooks up with the track coach. Peter Ustinov is Blackbeard's ghost. Then a pair of daring dolls are determined to lighten up a jack-o'-lantern that's feeling low. Raggedy Ann and Andy, the pumpkin who couldn't smile. And the Queen of Halloween steps out for a howl.
That's a wicked witch. Okay, I ain't the Avon lady.
Witch's night out. And that crazy Mr. Toad shakes up the evening with his spooky misadventures. Then watch your back because the Headless Horseman follows with more flaming frights. The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Then Gene Tierney meets the perfect man. Only the perfect man is a little, dead. Rex Harrison co-stars in The Ghost and Mrs. Muir. And Barney has a little problem. A little problem with a poltergeist. The Haunting of Barney Palmer. And round midnight is the bewitching love affair with Tony Curtis and Janet Leigh.
I expected something different on their wedding night.
Houdini. It's an entire day of thrills and chills. Tuesday, October 31st. And if you're out trick-or-treating, fear not. These spirited shows will run throughout October.
I'll be coming back.
Lisa Mueller and Inga Dornenwald are schoolmates and best friends. But the scene is 1938 Austria, and Inga's family is Jewish.
You boys could be arrested for passing out this film.
I won't have her bringing her family customs into my home.
Judy.
With the Nazi invasion on the horizon, their world is about to turn upside down.
What are you having?
Nothing, Monty.
Where did you hear it?
She was at the Mueller's this afternoon.
It's a Nazi marching song your friends are teaching you.
The Muellers are not Nazis. You don't even know them.
We don't have to know them. We know what they teach their daughter.
It's a powerful and emotional television event that you'll want to share with your entire family.
He thinks that I'm responsible for everything that happens. You're responsible for not heeding the warnings.
Jane Alexander, Stephen Mock, and Edward Asner star with Kami Harper as Lisa and Jenny Lewis as Inga in a very special encore presentation of Friendship in Vienna. The following presentation is closed caption for the hearing impaired. In the Disney Channel premiere film, Not Quite Human 2. Then go behind the scenes with Brian Robbins of Head of the Class and singing sensation Tiffany on Videopolis Star Treks 5, followed by Jane Eyre, tonight on the Disney Channel.
Tell you things about the Golden Girls that would curl your hair.
The Disney Channel continues its conversations with Hollywood greats, and now it's your golden opportunity to get personal with Betty White.
Do you have somebody to do your hair and fix your makeup and to put your clothes out for you?
No, I was born just gorgeous like this.
Do you have any bodyguards for traveling?
Who'd want this body, honey?
The Sunday Night Showcase presents a conversation with Betty White, premiering Sunday, October 15th. Monday, the Best of Hollywood presents
The prettiest girl, the prettiest dress, the best dancer, the belle of the ball.
Her Spirit would turn a close family upside down.
We must be neighbors. And if there's one thing I believe in, it's love thy neighbor.
Her beauty would stir one brother's desires.
It's all in the family.
But her love would capture another brother's heart.
Oh, David, would you like to kiss me?
Would I?
Humphrey Bogart and William Holden teach Audrey Hepburn all about brotherly love in Sabrina on Disney Nighttime. There's high-flying adventure coming your way on Danger Bay.
I would miss this for the world.
Dad, be careful.
I love you, Gina.
Dad's really getting into the part.
The place for non-stop action. Danger Bay.
Count on it, kiddo.
And action.
The Disney MGM Studios theme park in Orlando, Florida is full of family fun from the world of movies. A replica of Hollywood's famous Chinese theater serves as the entrance to the Great Movie Ride, which is a guided tour through unforgettable big-screen moments. There's Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom, The Wizard of Oz, classic Hollywood Western and gangster scenes, all designed by show producer Eric Jacobson.
It's been a lot of fun because so many of these movies that we're recreating are so special and dear to so many people's hearts and so many childhood memories of seeing these in the theater and actually being able to recreate them in 3 dimensions and being in the environment as opposed to sitting back and looking at the environment.
The Great Movie Ride places the audience right in the middle of movie action. In fact, it's often hard to tell what's real and what's not. That's because of the sophisticated computer programming of Doug Griffith.
Well, a lot of times things get knocked out of adjustment. The electronics get knocked out of adjustment, or we find, like I said, when a figure is in the set, that it's pointing in the wrong direction, that it's not referencing the audience or other figures.
Well, my little pretty, I can cause accidents too.
I think the witch scene, or the witch figure in the Oz scene, is the best animated figure in this show. It's incorporating some new technology called Sarcos technology. It could move much faster and stay more stable. It doesn't shake as much, so we can get more lifelike motion in it.
And in this attraction, we immediately, when we were identifying the genres we wanted to salute and the people we wanted to include, John Wayne was probably #1 on the list. I can't remember now, but very close to it at least. And his role is not from any one specific movie. It's a composite role. It's a typical John Wayne role.
So turn that fancy buggy around before it's too late. That is
the fancy buggy that transports guests on their journey through the Great Movie Ride is a sophisticated tram that introduces them to some of the best-known faces from the world of movies. Everybody remembers the legendary fast-talking gangster roles played by James Cagney.
Why, that dirty, no-good, yellow-bellied store. I'm going to give it to that putty nose right in the head the first time I see him.
And the menacing creature from the outer space world of Alien. Or the adventurous anthropologist Indiana Jones in his search for famous relics. And, of course, the happy world of Oz. The Great Movie Ride has the great moments in movie making at the Disney MGM theme park in Orlando, Florida.
Beginning Tuesday, October 17th, it's a celebration of American heritage with Wilderness Week. Tuesday, October 17th, come to a country with sweeping plains, restless shores, rugged mountains, and fascinating wildlife. It's a majestic look at the wonders of nature, the great American wilderness. And on Wednesday, October 18th...
Drop the rifle, kid.
Johnny Cash, Chris Christopherson, Waylon Jennings, and Willie Nelson.
I heard you're pretty handy with a gun. Still alive.
Stagecoach. Then on Thursday, October 19th...
We'll never go back to the whites.
James MacArthur as a young boy torn between 2 identities.
You're not an Indian. You never were.
The Light in the Forest. And on Friday, October 20th, it's the famous tale of the mountain man who lived in harmony with nature. Dan Haggerty in the life and times of Grizzly Adams. It's all on Wilderness Week, beginning Tuesday, October 17th, only on the Disney Channel. The following presentation is closed caption for the hearing impaired.
And action.
Thanks to the Disney MGM Studios, Hollywood has literally moved from the state of California to the state of Florida. The spirit of Hollywood in Orlando all starts with Hollywood Boulevard, which is the equivalent of Disneyland's Main Street. A walk down Hollywood Boulevard at the Disney MGM Studios is like a walk back into the heyday of Hollywood glamour. Florida's Hollywood Boulevard, created by the Disney Imagineers, is dominated by the energetic architectural stylings of the 20s and 30s.
We've really tried to recreate, I think, the glamour and excitement of Hollywood, and actually what we've probably done is we've created a Hollywood that never existed.
If you take a look at the California Hollywood today and compare it to the Hollywood of Florida, you can't help but see the meticulous attention to detail. Another style of architecture is something called California Crazy, characterized in Los Angeles by food stands shaped like giant hot dogs and donuts. Hollywood's Crossroads of the World was the inspiration for the park's entrance, Crossroads Mickey. Standing 55 feet above the ground, Crossroads Mickey is the highest point at the end of Hollywood Boulevard. At the other end of Hollywood Boulevard stands the grandest and most recognizable theater in Hollywood, the Chinese Theater. Architect Brock Toman spent 2 years studying the original Chinese theater in Hollywood to ensure that the Florida version was an exact architectural reproduction.
I spent a lot of time in travel going between these places, making sure the dimensions were correct and the relationships were all there. We've just spent a lot of time trying to get it as close and true to the actual thing as we can.
The period architecture of the Disney MGM Studios reflects the charm and glamour of the early years of Hollywood. It's a place where families of all ages can become part of a bygone era.
Here's what's next on the Disney Channel. On the next Super Sense, you'll experience the eternal cycles of nature, cycles that govern the lives of the animal kingdom. Bees, whose internal clock is triggered by the opening of flowers. Hares, who prepare their camouflage for the changing season, and caterpillars who time their emergence to that of new leaves. Explore nature's wondrous sense of time on Super Sense, Wednesday at 8, exclusively on the Disney Channel. There's high-flying adventure coming your way on Danger Bay.
I would miss this for the world.
Dad, be careful.
I love you, Jim.
Dad's really getting into the part.
The place for non-stop action. Danger Bay.
Count on it, kiddo.
Beginning Tuesday, October 17th, it's a celebration of American heritage with Wilderness Week. Tuesday, October 17th, come to a country with sweeping plains, restless shores, rugged mountains, and fascinating wildlife. It's a majestic look at the wonders of nature, the great American wilderness. And on Wednesday, October 18th,
drop the rifle, kid.
Johnny Cash, Chris Christopherson, Waylon Jennings, and Willie Nelson.
I heard you're pretty handy with a gun. Still alive.
Stagecoach. Then on Thursday, October 19th,
We'll never go back to the whites.
James MacArthur as a young boy torn between two identities.
You're not an Indian, you never were.
The Light in the Forest. And on Friday, October 20th, it's the famous tale of the mountain man who lived in harmony with nature. Dan Haggerty in the life and times of Grizzly Adams. It's all on Wilderness Week, beginning Tuesday, October 17th, only on the Disney Channel.